Kathy Gress again, and I am doing my 31st playlist about drawing concierge clients, which are the clients you need. Again, you chose to do a business, and in a business of geriatric care management, you can only afford to have people in the top 10% because they're the only people that can pay you long term when they will need home care in addition to you. So now we're going to talk about marketing to third parties, because I said it has to do with your website, it has to do with brand, and it has to do with third parties. So third parties are all the people that would refer to you. It's, attorneys, elder law attorneys, trust officers, upscaled assisted living, on and on. And they know, basically they have the same clients, but how do you get them? And so you have to, basically in your database, in your client database, you have to have all these parties in there. And so you find, essentially groups. There are groups of elder law attorneys that you can speak to. You have to have all the assisted living. I mean, you use these groups as both referrals and also ways to market. So all the assisted living, all the elder law attorneys who are going to refer to you, all the concierge physicians. That's another great one. And so what you want to do is get them in your database and then start marketing to them. And accountants, financial planners, that's another one, because that's who they want to handle. So how do you reach them? Again, you have to have a database, a CRM database, which is a marketing database. Think Salesforce, although I don't think that's what concierge, I don't think that's what geriatric care managers should really be using. It's too big. There's a lot of other choices. And you want to have a lot of educational resources on your website and link to a lot of social media and a blog. And one of the things you really need to do with third parties is do co-marketing. So I was just talking to the person who's filming this, and she said what we're doing is narrow casting, and I really think that's true. I don't want you to try to catch all the fish in the ocean. I want you to catch only the 10%. It's a perfect way to say it. Thank you. And Suzanne and I were just talking about upscale assisted living. An upscale assisted living would love to co-market with you, because they want people to come in and see their facility. And so you can do workshops in assisted living. You can do workshops with trust officers in assisted living. I've done that. I've done it with Wells Fargo, and we've held it at assisted living. Assisted living is happy to even provide the food. So co-marketing is a great way to reach third parties. Also cold calling, which is really hard. I have always said, told you over and over again, when I first started to cold calls, finally got an elder law attorney on the phone, I hung up. Because I was so scared. And I was like, what do I say? He doesn't even know me. You have to get used to cold calling. But developing marketing PowerPoints is really important. One for the elder law attorneys, what is a GCM and why should you partner with me? One for the assisted living, that's really important. To have a newsletter, every geriatric care management agency, Aging Life, should have a newsletter, and you should send it to all the third parties. It's a way to get them to know you. And figure out the benefits and what I call the elevators, not me, elevator speeches. In an elevator, how do you tell somebody before you get to the bottom floor what it is you do? That's an elevator speech. And when you go to market to elder law attorneys, they're going to want to know, what do I get out of this? Because that's what they have to say. And they don't ask that, out there, but you want to say, this is what I do in an elevator speech, brief, but tells them everything. And what do I do to you particularly as an elder law attorney? Well, you can do a geriatric assessment, and they can win in court in conservatorships or guardianships. You can handle dysfunctional families. They hate them. That they don't know how to handle them. They're there to do the law, not to handle people who are screaming. I specialize in dysfunctional families. I specialize in concierge families, which you also, as an attorney, deal with. So, what are the points? Have those before you go. And then speak to groups. I talked about that early. Financial planners have whole meetings. You can be a speaker. Elder law attorneys have that. So, always go to my website, kathykress.com. The Handbook of Geriatric Care and Management, of course, but really check this out. Care managers working for the aging family. Again, Claudia, who started Senior Bridge, wrote a great chapter in here. Nick Newcomb, who's hysterical, about the entitled client, Claudia Fine, and she's now happily retired. You can see her flying around helicopters at Grand Canyon. But they wrote an absolutely great chapter in here, and I would really check it out. So we'll see you next time.